we are indeed at our very, very lowest in life. So hata usingizi hakuna, hata appetite hakuna. We are at our very, very lowest. On my behalf and on behalf of my family, I want to send my heartfelt condolences to the family and friends of Sharon. Yesterday I went to record my statements in Kisumu with the DCIO, and I want to say that I'm still ready and willing whenever I'll be called upon to give further statements so that the real killers of Sharon can be brought to book.
From power to prison, the rise and the fall of Okoth Obado, a sort of power, ambition, and a strategic ending. Power can lift a person to the highest office, but one decision can bring everything crashing down. Few political stories in Kenya have been as dramatic as that of Okoth Obado, a humble village teacher who climbed the political ladder, became one of the most powerful governors in Nyanza, divided political orders in Nyanza, and today, after years of court battle, has been convicted in the murder case of Rongo University student Sharon Otieno in 2018. One of the Kenya's most closely watched criminal trials. How did a respected teacher become a powerful governor? How did a celebrated politician become the center figure in a murder trial that shocked the nation? This is the rise and the fall of Okoth Obado. From the classroom to the politics. Before politics, Okoth Obado was a teacher in Migori County. Like many teachers, he dedicated his earlier career to shaping young minds. But destiny had other plans. He left the classroom and entered the public figure, steadily building his political profile. His calm personality, grassroots connection, and the political strategy show him rising through local leadership before winning the Migori gubernatorial seat in 2013. For many young people, it became a proof that the humble beginning do not limit one's future. Obado was not just another governor in Migori County. He became one of the most influential political figures in the Nyanza region. At a time when Nyanza was fighting as a bloc, at a time when overwhelming majority of leaders in Nyanza region stood firmly behind the Egma, Raila Amolo Odinga. But Obado charted a different political way. He openly worked and later supported President William Ruto, then the deputy president, a move that distracted both praises and criticism. To his supporters, he was an independent-minded leader who was willing to make bold political choices without depending one kingpin of the region. To his critics, he has broken the link with the region's dominant political direction. Regardless of where people stood, one thing was always, Okoth Obado had become a national figure. In September 12, 2018, Sharon Otieno, a student at Rongo University, was found murdered, butchered, and strangled to death. He was carrying a baby. At the time of death, the baby was around 6 months, but the baby was killed. Acid was poured on them. The news circulated online. People believed he was a love of Migori Governor Okoth Obado. The county was horrified. The country was terrified. People mourned, people cried. Later, the investigation that followed drew unanimous public attention, and the case quickly became one of the Kenya's most high-profile murder trials. But do you know that Okoth Obado mourned Sharon Otieno and said those who killed Sharon would be brought into book? And indeed, 8 years later, those who killed Sharon was brought into book. Prosecutor alleged that the killing was linked to the personal relationship between Obado and Sharon Otieno. Obado denied wrongdoing and defended himself throughout the court process. For years, the case moved through the courts, with the witness testifying and both the prosecution and the defense presenting their case. Millions of Kenyans followed every development, waiting to see what the court would decide. 8 years down the line, the court delivered its judgment. Okoth Obado, the two-term governor, once a teacher, was found guilty in the murder case of the student. The verdict marked the dramatic turning point in the life of a man who has once occupied one of the most powerful offices in the county government. A politician who once traveled with official convoy, addressed thousands at political rallies, and controlled a county government, now faces a sentence and the legal consequences that follow the conviction, subject to any appealing, light affidable, and any Kenya law. Is one of the most significant criminal convictions involving a former senior elected leader in Kenya, after that of the county government of Kiambu, who was also sentenced to 7 years in jail, Ferdinand Waititu. Politics bring influence, power, respect, but also carry a unanimous responsibility. Many leaders dream of occupying public offices. Few imagine that their name could one day appear in courtrooms instead of campaign posters. Obado's story reminds Kenya that the public office does not place anyone above the law. Whether one is a governor, a cabinet secretary, or an ordinary Kenyan, justice system is meant to apply equally. And this High Court made it practically. Life that took an unexpected turn for Migori governor, the former governor. Life can change without warning. One season, you are separated elected victory. The next, you are defending yourself in court. The story of Obado is no longer only about politics. It's also about how choices, accountability, and how quick fortune can change. He rises, inspired many. His downfall has become a cautionary tale. The conviction also has ignited discussion about integrity in public offices. Many Kenyans are asking whether leaders should be held to even higher ethical standard. Others say the case demonstrates that the justice system can hold powerful people accountable. Whatever one view, the verdict has become a landmark moment in Kenya legal and political history. The journey of Okoth is one of the most extraordinary political stories Kenya has ever witnessed. From a teacher teaching classes, giving students instruction, teaching students how 10 commandments should be followed, giving them that the 60th commandment, do not kill. Now the commandment has handed the governor into prison. A two-term governor to a national non-political figure, and the now convicted former governor awaited the next stage of the legal process. It is a story that reminds us that the power is temporary, public trust is precious, and every decision carries consequences. As the legal process continues, including the sentence and any appeal permitted by the law, one chapter of remarkable story has closed, but its impact on Kenya's political story will be remembered for years to come. I'm Bonfils Oyunge, and this is National TV.